What up, McManus MMA fam? All right, guys, let's do a full recap on the Steve Garcia versus David Onama fight night that literally just finished maybe 5 minutes ago. So let's start from the absolute very top here with Steve Garcia versus David Onama. Bro, this was one of the most embarrassing performances I've ever seen from David Onama. The fact that the odds were this close together is insane. Just look at the odds here. Two significant strikes, two total strikes landed in this entire fight. Got hit with 43 and was protesting the stoppage of that fight. I'm actually like in shock that he was protesting the stoppage. He was getting thrown around, ragdolled. He just had nothing. It literally looked like they just pulled a random dude off the street. So David Onama, congrats, buddy. You got your main event, fight night that everybody was so excited for. Everybody is all staying inside watching these fights, and you are forever stuck on Apex prelims for the rest of your fucking career, buddy. But one thing that I do want to point out, there's two things during this fight that made me laugh. One of which was, I think it was Garcia's corner. There was a Smiling Friends character or some sort of guy that was screaming in the back the whole time. He's like, grab down there, grab, go. He kind of sounded like that. And then at the end, I don't know if we read into this correctly, but Steve Garcia's given a speech at the end on how he was supposed to have a friend that was supposed to come to the fight, but he was gunned down a couple weeks ago, and he starts talking about how violence in America this political violence is getting too out of hand. And we looked at each other and we said, oh, Charlie Kirk. And he goes, shout out to the Charlie family. And I went, oh, well, he was serious. So I don't know if he was serious. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't think Charlie Kirk's going to pop out at an Apex fight night, even for my boy, bro. No, I don't know. Maybe. We'll never know because of the terrible political violence happening in America, guys. Let's do better, please. Speaking of doing better, what in the world happened here? What happened here? What in the actual hell happened here? My least favorite human in the heavyweight division wins on bullshit. I don't understand what the fuck happened here. So, Ante Delija with his third nipple is beating the hell out of Salsa Boy. Salsa Boy's against the cage, gets hit with 3 strikes or so, one of which clips his eye a little bit. It's kind of an eye poke. It's an eye poke. And then he gets hit with about 10, 15 more. He turtles up. They stop the fight. The fight is over. The fight is over. Ante Delija starts celebrating with his corner. And then Waldo Cortez Acosta starts crying, saying, he eye poked me, he eye poked me, he eye poked me. And then they go, hold on, okay, let's restart the tape and let's see actually what happened. Wait. The fight's over, guys. The fight's over. They go and they decide, okay, well, he did get eye poked there, so this will probably be no contest. And then he goes, no, I can continue fighting. And they say, okay, well, let's just give him 5 minutes. They sit him on the stool. They're cleaning him up. The fight's over. He's on the stool. Ante Delija has to stand. He's sitting in the corner. He just had this incredible adrenaline dump, and now they just continue the fight, and immediately Waldo Cortez Acosta knocks him out, and it was just the worst thing I've ever seen. And then for him to like be crying and like moaning during the entire time, he's like, oh, my eye hurts so bad, Tom Espinal, I'm coming for you. We all hate Waldo Cortez Acosta. This guy is a total pussy. He's a total bitch. There's a difference between Tom Aspinall getting eye poked and Waldo Cortez Acosta getting eye poked. Is because Waldo Cortez Acosta is a pussy. He lost that fight. That fight was over. And then they said, well, you know what? Let's give the guy one more shot. Why don't we? So poor Ante Delija in his third nipple. Unfortunate for you. Another unfortunate thing for Thembe Garimbo. He's going to be crying a lot more. He's going to be crying a lot. And The Rock's going to have to buy him a car or something. First round was pretty competitive. I thought Themba won that first round. Themba Garimbo. And then second and third round, Jeremiah Wells kind of found his footing a little bit better and was able to kind of be more comfortable on the ground. And I think that, I know that the stats look insane, but I will say that I did say, okay, Jeremiah Wells did probably win that fight because he won, I think, the second and third round. Not like a crazy, awesome, entertaining fight. A lot of it was on the ground. When they were standing, it was getting exciting. Jeremiah Wells landed some really big shots on Themba, and I actually thought that there could have been a knockout, but we did go to the judges' decision, and I did predict this fight to a T. Wow, I'm so great. I'm so incredible. Moving on to the biggest parlay seller of all time, Isaac Dolgarian. You will never see the light of anywhere besides the Apex for the rest of your career, my friend. What the hell? I think he was the biggest betting favorite on this entire card, and he just goes out there and looks like he's learning to walk for the first time. He's looked like he's counting his fingers to see how many times he needs to like. He can't listen to his coaches. His coaches, DC said it really well. He's getting taken down, and instead of trying to break the hooks and break the hands, he's swinging his arms trying to hit him. What are you doing? Absolutely pathetic performance. Absolutely sold my parlay. So of course I'm pissed. But not only that, but just an embarrassing performance from somebody that I expected a lot more from. So Darth Vader absolutely killed him, and it wasn't even a competition. Not even a competition. It was a pathetic display of MMA athleticism. It was just absolutely embarrassing. Something that was not embarrassing. Charles Radke absolutely killed Daniel Frunze. Absolutely killed him. Absolutely killed him. Look at the significant strikes. Look at the total strikes. Charles Radke is winning this entire fight, and the best part about it was it had to have been his wife was screaming at the top of her lungs, "Go Charlie, Charlie, go, go Charlie, Charlie, go, go, go!" The entire time, just screaming her ass off, and he just Charles Radke just dominated, and he did not say it. Unfortunately, he did not say it on the mic. He did get up there, and you could tell DC was a little concerned. He was like, "Okay, don't do it again. Don't say anything silly." And he didn't say anything silly. He kind of just chilled and just did whatever. And so Charles Radke absolutely dominates. Daniel Frunze gets absolutely bitched. After the first round, his corner and everybody just kind of assumed that it was over. They all look like, oh shit, we've lost this. We've lost this fight. So yep, moving on to the Alan Nascimento versus Cody Durden fight, went exactly according to plan. First of all, Cody Durden had his beautiful wife in his corner, but Alan Nascimento had Charles do Bronx Oliveira in his corner. I'm sorry, Charles Oliveira is beating beautiful wife every single time. Arguably better than beautiful wife is Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira yelling and coaching him when he got into that choke and during the second round, you can see Charles slamming the ground, screaming. This was a competitive fight. Like the first round, I thought was very competitive. Second round, again, Alan Nascimento would just had his head up so high and his chin just exposed the whole fight. I thought that he was going to get knocked out. I genuinely did. I thought, oh my god, my parlay is actually going to get sold here immediately. And Cody Durden was hitting him good. They were exchanging well, and then Alan just lands this great counter elbow and just drops him and just strikes right on his neck and choked him out. And it was absolutely beautiful. Charles Oliveira gets a shout out at the end too. He said, "My coach, Charles do Bronx Oliveira," and we were all jumping down screaming, "Yes, yes, we love you, we love you." So that was obviously amazing. So moving to the prelims really quick. It went exactly according to plan, bro. This was brutal. This was brutal. It was kind of a competitive fight. They were just leg kicking, not doing a ton, kind of just holding each other against the fence. And then Billy lands this just straight. It was kind of a hook. I think it was a left hook, and just sleeps him, just puts him right to the ground. He jumps right on his back into this rear naked choke, and he has his legs in a weird way where the ref just didn't see him tap. So he's tapping the entire time. Both corners are screaming, "He's tapped! He's tapped! He's tapped!" And they had to let him go to sleep. And then when the ref went in, the ref mic was still on, and you can hear him gasping for air. So that was absolutely brutal. And I did call this one, guys. The great predictor comes again. The great prediction. Wow. I predicted this card almost down to a T. There was a couple fights and a couple upsets that I could not predict because Jesus did not make us perfect, guys. He just made us in His image. So, yeah, this was brutal. Definitely, probably. I could argue this was best performance of the night. Performance of the night for show. Moving on, Lee Chang-ho versus Timothy Kwamba. Lee Chang-ho dominated the first round, just sitting on Timothy's back the whole time, just looking for a submission, looking for something. And then the second and third round, he just gassed out so bad. And then it just became a completely different fight. And unfortunately, he did lose to a unanimous decision, which, that's all right, man. Hey, that's okay. You put up a good fight for a while. He didn't give up at all. He was taking big hits. He was throwing big hits, but he couldn't compare with the volume. Speaking of volume, poor Cedric Dumas, bro. This dude cannot catch a break. coming off of getting his dick kicked and them having to call the fight, I thought that Dante Johnson was just going to walk in there and punch his lights out, but it made it to the second round, and he submits Dumas, and it came out of nowhere. I was like, oh my god, does he even have that? And then Dumas taps, and it was like, oh, the fight's over. Never mind. So yeah, that first round felt like 5 years, and the second round was 20 seconds long. It was like, all right, nice, great job. We all knew this was going to happen. Dumas, you are never seeing outside the Apex's doors, my friend. Never seeing outside the Apex's doors again. Lots of people just sit banished to the Apex for the rest of their career, forever. Moving on, Norma Dumont. We all saw this coming. She just dominated. This was just dominant performance. She was just beating the shit out of Vera. It was bad. I mean, it was kind of a scrap, in the first round. I think it was kind of a scrap, and then it just shifted, and Norma Dumont literally just controlled the entire fight. It just, yeah, just a complete domination. And first of all, these ladies are both so highly ranked in the women's bantamweight division, and they're like a prelim on the card. But we have like some absolute bum fights on the main card. It's like, really, that's what we're gonna do? I feel bad for WMMA, but at the same time, I can't blame the UFC. They know the boys. We don't care about the girls fighting. Get the girls off the card. So speaking of the girls, they fought again. Decision masterclass here. Yeah, Alice Ederling just absolutely blasted. This honestly was a great fight. I can't lie. This was a great fight. Ruiz, she was wearing a shirt. I don't know what the specs are on that, but she was wearing a shirt under her or not under, but over her like actual gear. I don't know. She was wearing a shirt. I don't know why. I don't know what the specs are. I guess I've never seen anybody do that in recent memory that I can think of. But yeah, she just got blasted. This was just a complete you can see. You see the numbers. She just got outclassed. It was just absolute blast. Not for her. She probably did not have a very good time. She got destroyed. Moving on. KO. KO did not KO, but he did absolutely dominate Philip Rowe. Ooh, hold on. Bars or no bars? Look at the stats, man. Just look at the stats. This is ridiculous. Yeah, there was. I'd taken a shower, and got out of the shower and sat and watched this fight on the toilet. So that's what happened there. And then first fight of the night. I was wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong, guys. I thought that emo Peter Parker on steroids would have it, but steroids does not win you everything, and she got choked out in the third round. She got destroyed during the second half of the first round, and then the second round entirely, and then of course the entirety of the third round. She was just getting. It was bad. I was like, oh god. My prediction was so bad. I should never judge people on appearance. I should only judge them on appearance if they're on steroids. So honestly, it wasn't a terrible fight night. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't very good. There's just this is the biggest problem here. If Dana White still does not give a shit about eye pokes and the reffing and everything that's going on right now, he needs to, because this is a wake-up call. If we keep seeing this in every single fight night and every single main event where something like this happens, there's going to be a problem. I'm going to continue being pissed off about it. What made me more pissed off about this is we ordered Chipotle, and I ordered a double chicken bowl, and there was maybe 5 total pieces of chicken in the bowl when this fight started, and I was furious. I absolutely snarfed my shit down immediately, and there was I got no protein. No, zero zip, not a zilch. So, this is going to be a quick video. I don't really want to talk too much more. I think everybody outside in the apartment is very restless. They all want to go to the bars. So, I think I need to dress up in my Martin and Hamza Slushy Noobs costume. Unfortunately, I'm not going to wear my Fujitora from One Piece costume again for tonight. So, thank you guys for watching this quick video. I'm going to come out with a video very soon, another rant video. I might rant either about how much I absolutely hate what's going on with these eye pokes again, maybe, or I might just rant about how much I absolutely hate Michael Bisping, because I can't stand him on the mic. I absolutely hate Michael Bisping. So if you made it this far in this video, which I think 2% of my viewers actually do, comment down below which rant you'd rather see, a wake-up call for the UFC and the eye pokes, or how much I hate Michael Bisping. So, alright, McManus and MMA fam, peace.